What's good with your young boys? That was Gamer back in the building. Let's be real. Is AD, is he the caliber player that you can build an entire team around? This is what we're going to find out today, man. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff for me, and let me say let's hop to this and what Stephen A got to say.
30 years old, his current standing as an NBA superstar, and what the Lakers should be thinking.
Well, the first thing I think we have to lament the state of affairs involving J.J. Redick. I mean, he is an elite basketball mind and analyst, was a sharpshooter on the NBA level, does a great job for us calling games, but the anger, the attitude, smile a little bit.
Mad Dog exists. Let's be real.
Calm down, J.J. Redick. Life is good. You got a beautiful family. You got a beautiful career. You're thriving. Smile more. That's what I would say. But to speak directly about Anthony Davis in all seriousness, here's the bottom line. His availability is consistently questionable. It's not his skill. See, Anthony Davis and his daddy and everybody that loves him so much, they point to his greatness as a player. Not only do we all know it, we've never debated it.
Yeah.
What we've questioned was his availability. Anthony Davis is one of those rare players that has two different ways of not showing up. He either doesn't show up in consistent games, or he doesn't show up at all, like meaning absent. Yeah. He's either hurt or he shows up and every other game plays like he's hurt.
I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think the best ability is availability. Meaning that you can have all the skill in the world, but if you're not on that court to show it, what does it matter? Prime example, Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, quite literally, when he's healthy, top 5 in the league. No, can any of y'all want to debate that? And does any of you want to debate that? Because Kawhi Leonard, top 5 in the league. You know what I'm saying? The least you can have him is top 10 ever. When he's on that court, when he's performing, he's a top 5 player in this league. But he doesn't perform. And we got Stephen A. I don't know if y'all heard this, but he got the audacity to tell him to retire because he's always hurt. Told the Clippers to move on because he's always hurt. I mean, for the Clippers organization, I say move on as quick as possible. But he's hurt. He's always hurt. AD situation, if you are a Lakers fan, you already know watching Lakers games are terrifying because if AD goes down, he's out for 5 to 7 weeks, and all of you know it. The best ability is availability. See, I would rather have someone like I would rather have Jokic on my team. Not because of his. Okay, maybe that's a bad idea because he should have been MVP this year. Let's say I'd rather have Bam Adebayo on my team than AD because I know Bam will get out there and be out there consistently. With AD, you never know. Game 1, he'll drop 40. Game 2, he'll drop 12. And this is just who he is as a player. Do you as a fan, viewer, do you think AD can have his own team? AD, maybe an all-star player and role players. You think that would work? I don't.
That is his problem. And so the questions about his ability strictly involve his availability.
Yeah.
And when you are LeBron James and you are 38 going on 39 years of age and you have 8 years on this man, and this is the dude that you pushed for to trade for, and y'all won a championship together in all likelihood because you had that 4-month hiatus.
You know what the crazy thing is? People are saying Pelicans won that trade. I don't know how that happened because Zion's hurt now too. So, plus they traded all those pieces anyway. And then the Lakers got a title out of it. I don't know how you can say they won the trade But okay.
So you didn't have to worry about Anthony Davis not being available for games. And for the most part, he's been available for the postseason throughout his career.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, those 4 months that you would have had to play had there not been the bubble, the bottom line is people are going to bring into question your durability.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis, to me, here's the bottom line, and he's not going to like this. I don't give a damn. I love him, but I don't care. What are you doing with your body in the offseason to get ready for the season? There's a difference between getting ready and staying ready. My man Bart Scott taught me that many, many times over the years.
No
getting
lies.
ready and staying ready. LeBron stays ready. Anthony Davis gets ready. And it could be go back to the first week of the season and go fast forward all the way to the conference finals. Even the first week of the season, he's looking like he's breathing heavy after a few minutes. It's always the case. And so I don't know if he's got the Lamar Odom syndrome where he's eating Skittles and Twizzlers and all of that stuff, driving the late, great Kobe Bryant crazy, God rest his soul, or something else that he's doing. But
these lowlights is crazy because he's airballing like 30% of these shots.
He is not in peak condition. That is a fact. And that is the issue with Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
I don't care what JJ or anybody else says. Watch him, and you will see. You're looking at him and saying, damn, he could be in better shape.
I mean, his stats say another story, but stats and looking at the game are two different things entirely,
he does
right?
look like a dude that has a difficult time running around the track. It's just a fact.
For sure. And that will lead to the one last question I want to ask you.
Yeah.
Which is, do they need to add another big player to that team? And the one who immediately jumps to mind, of course, is the only one who was sitting closer to the court the other night than you were. And that's Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you this offseason?
It does not make sense to me from the standpoint of Kyrie's history, but it does make sense to me in this regard.
Did y'all see RDC World? Did y'all see their skit on Kyrie coming to the Lakers, bro? I ain't gonna say much on it, but it's hilarious, bro. Oh man.
You know Kyrie, you know Anthony Davis is gonna miss games. You know LeBron James is at a point in time in his career where he's going to miss games.
I ain't gonna talk about that.
Anything that you can do to make sure you have two of those players on the court at the same time while giving somebody else a break for the week or 2 weeks or whatever the case may be, whatever facilitates that is what you can do. What you can't have is 2 of the 3 constantly out.
Yeah.
But if 2 of the 3 can be on the court and you interchange those parts and giving each other a breather throughout.
But the same thing I said about AD can be applied to Kyrie. You see what I'm saying? Kyrie, he'll take his time off for religious reasons or for his own personal reasons, and then on top of that, he'll be hurt, like AD is, like LeBron is. You see what I'm saying? I don't know why you would add. See, the issue they had with bringing on Russ was he just wasn't a good fit. See, Russ is a great player in a different situation. Everybody knows that. And if you don't agree, there's something wrong with your basketball sense. You shouldn't be in this conversation. Kyrie's issue is that he's just like LeBron and AD. He'll be out for games, and then you're stuck with no depth because your cap space is so huge. Because LeBron, AD, Kyrie, they're taking up all your cap space. That's supposed to be a big three. Which we can debate big threes another video, honestly, because I got some opinions on big threes. But Kyrie himself, as a player, has the same issues that LeBron and AD have. The only reason you would need a third star because one of the two or both of them are always out. So what I'd rather see is a player on the same level as a D'Lo, not D'Lo, because he proved to be kind of worthless in these playoffs, and specifically in the conference finals. If you've seen the games, you know. I'd probably push to to have probably I don't know. I don't know what player would be a good fit for this roster and that could take over should AD and or LeBron be out. But it's not Kyrie.
Out the season, yes, it does work. The ability of Kyrie Irving is not to be questioned. He is a superstar talent in this game, and offensively, he is exactly what the Lakers need. No question about that. But availability is always a question mark. And by the way, before I get on out of here, respectfully to Kyrie Irving, who doesn't want us talking about him, don't play basketball. We talk about basketball. Nobody's talking about his personal life. Nobody's talking about the tweets from months ago. Nobody's talking about all the things that he's gotten himself involved with headline-wise or whatever. Kyrie Irving is a good dude that's smarter than people give him credit for and all of that other stuff. But I do think it's utterly ridiculous for him to be telling people, don't listen to them. Well, why wouldn't they listen to us? We're just talking basketball. We're prognosticating about where you could potentially go. Nobody says they know or anything like that. And if you don't want us to talk about you as a basketball player, quit.
I think the problem, all right, so Kyrie and usually the media in and of itself have two really big issues. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie wants his privacy in and off the court. The media would rather milk that cow until it's dry. You know what I'm saying? They rather talk about him until they can't anymore. So I don't know. Plus the media, they push narratives. Y'all want to see a really good narrative? Who won MVP this year? Embiid. Why did he win? Because the voters are racist. I.e., that came from Kendrick Perkins. Shame on him, by the way. Shame on that dude. But we're going to come to the end of this video. Like I said, I think the Lakers should probably go depth with probably an all-star. Get like another like all-star player to put with LeBron and AD. Don't go out and get another star player. Like, I don't know. Like, don't go and try to get like a star or a superstar. Get someone who's just below that level, who won't cost as much money, who will be there all the time, and who can work well with your role players. You see what I'm saying? I don't know who that player could be off the top of my head. I have to go back and look or whatever. But other than that, I think the Lakers are in a pretty good place. And they could do some damage should they have an opportunity to, man. With that being said, I'm out. Peace.